So sorry about the timing on this one. I am going to try to be, um, I'll try to be quick with this one. Um, so, first and foremost, I just want to make sure that I shout out my brothers on the Southern Ballers podcast. I'm deeply sorry that I missed y'all today. Um, so, salute to my brother Jared O11 Green, Coach 67 Sports TV, Joe Townsend, and of course the one and only JB. Um, Now, just kind of piggybacking off of their show about who may actually wind up being a great draft pick, I'm just gonna narrow it down to my team and just clear up a few things in the process too. Number one, Troy Fontano is an actual left tackle from Washington, excuse me, Huskies, and he although he was listed as a guard in an NFL draft, which was actually a typo. He played left tackle a majority of his career at Washington. We are going to, and when I say we, of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers are actually going to move him over to right tackle, I believe, and I think that they're probably going to shift over um, Jones to left tackle, and I think my boy, oh my goodness, I forget my boy's name. Um, it'll come back to me. But anyway, he'll probably wind up being a swing tackle as a reserve. Um, I do think that Peyton Wilson will be all right for us. Yes, there may be some concerns about him being able to take on blocks, but that's what guys like Larry Okunjobi and Cam Hayward and what's my boy from Wisconsin, Keanu Benton, are there for. They're there to actually wreak havoc on the line, but also keep those guys off of our guys so our guys can actually make plays. Um, so I think that I honestly think that Peyton Wilson will probably be a very pleasant surprise for us um, at the linebacking core. I think that he'll probably pick up very quickly, and he probably is going to make some impactful plays this season. So I kind of look forward to seeing what he will do. Um, he does have a very high pedigree. He has the right mindset. More importantly, entering in to this organization as far as just wanting to focus on being better, and then also more importantly seeing what he can contribute to help us win football games here in Pittsburgh. Um, I also think that Roman Wilson, the receiver that we have from Michigan, is probably going to be a pleasant surprise as well. He kind of gives me Howard Warriors vibes. He's scrappy, he's tough. He does naturally catch the ball very well with his hands. He does actually, he obviously has very good speed. His route running is sorely underestimated, and I think the only reason that he probably wasn't with the first round guys as far as receivers go is because of the system that Michigan has. It's a run first system, and then also, of course, his size metrics weren't. I guess his size metrics at this point today weren't particularly appeasing, but I really do think that Roman Wilson could actually have a major impact as far as like helping us as far as a passing game goes. I look forward to seeing what he could also do, and he also has the correct mindset coming in. Now, of course, my main beef with my Pittsburgh Steelers is the fact that we did not give Najee Harris his fifth year option. I don't really care how you slice it. If you're dependent on the running game and Najee is your running back, regardless of whether or not he's splitting carries with Jalen Warren or not, He's taking the majority of the carries, especially late in the season, to kind of help propel us into playoff hunt status. That is something that you don't want to. That is something that you don't want to derail or even underestimate. I think that because we have that one-two punch of Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, people take for granted the contributions of Najee. And I, for one, am very, very cautious about that. If you're so dependent on this particular running game, especially late in the season where it's very much needed, you need a guy that you can actually rely on. Unfortunately, Jalen does have issues with putting the ball on the ground. And if you actually try to shift things over to where Jalen tries to take over late in the season, it may not go the way that you think. I really and truly believe that not re-signing Najee's fifth-year option is a big mistake. It first and foremost sends the wrong message to Najee. The other thing is, if he is now in the mindset to where, okay, so you didn't re-sign my fifth-year option. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put an audition tape out for other teams. Then, of course, you're not going to you're not going to be able to pretty much do what needs to be done if you want to retain him at the negotiation table, because you've already shown him that you do not value what he has done for you as much. Now, I issued a challenge out to a podcast that I'm faithful to, which is the Arthur Moat Show with Deke and Arthur Moat. Um, I I asked them, okay, well, if the position is not as valued as it should be, and you don't want to spend money on a back like Najee, give me at least 25 other backs that has done what he's done over the last 3 years. Now, of course, I already know the answer to that question, and there are very few, if any, to be quite honest with you, that have done what he has done consistently the last 3 years. He is one of only few backs to consecutively rush for three straight 1,000 yard seasons. There's not anyone else that has actually done that in their opening three seasons um, thus far. I think the only person that had actually done that was Alfred Morris. And Alfred Morris was actually a very good back. I think he was sorely underestimated as well. But I mean, to to kind of dismiss those contributions, I think is I honestly think it's sad. You do need a running game in order for this offense to work, and you're not paying your top guy. Says a lot about how you're conducting business. Now, I mean, I'm trying to understand that. Okay, well, look, the running back position is expendable because of the shelf life and whatnot, but I would think that if you have consistent production and that consistent production can actually set the table for being exceptional, there has to be an exception to that rule. So that's why I'm pretty much pushing hard for Najee to try to get paid. And coming into this particular season, Najee has always had a great mindset as far as what he wanted to do and get accomplished for our Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, if you disrupt that, then it's a situation to where it's a situation to where you could cause a series of problems in the locker room. Y'all give me just a second, man.